Hello everybody and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video we will be looking at a few reasons why Andrew Yang should run in the year 2024. Now, as a disclaimer, make note that this is not why you should support him whatsoever. It's not an endorsement or anything like that. It's just reasons why he would make a good candidate and why he would do better than most people expect. So let's get into this video. Reason number 1, Biden/Trump disapproval. So if we're looking at the popularity of Joe Biden, he is currently at 38.5 approval. 26% of Democrats want him to run in 2024. Yes, that's right. 26% of Democrats want him to run in 2024, and I guess just about 0% of Republicans want him to run in 2024. 38.5 is a extremely low number, and the American people do not deserve that. They deserve a higher approval of the American president. And the fact that 74% of people in his own party do not want him to run is just terrible for the American people. I mean, we know that he is not the right guy to run in 2024 and to run for re-election. Now let's look at Donald Trump's approval. He is currently at 38.6% approval. If you remember, Biden's was 38.5% approval. That is just 0.1% higher than Biden. Almost half of Republicans don't support him for 2024. So as you can see, the people who want him in 2024 is much higher, almost half, but it's not even half. It is half. More than half want him to run in 2024, but just about half. And a former president who's running again should be winning the entire party if we're looking back in history, all right? If we have a former president, I mean, look at Grover Cleveland, the only president as of today to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. Well, when he tried for his party's nomination in, I believe, 1888, for his second non-consecutive term, he won it easily because people wanted him to run again. He was able to unite the party. Donald Trump cannot do that, and that is due to his unpopularity. 38.5% approval for Biden, 38.6% approval for Trump. That is crazy. That gives them a combined approval of 77.1% out of 200%. 77.1. That is only a bit more than a bit more than a third of the American public approve of, they have a combined approval. This also gives them a combined disapproval of 113.6 out of 200%. 113.6% out of 200%. Almost double that of the combined approval. Wow, that is insane. The combined approval is only a little bit more than half of the combined disapproval. That is terrible. And this shows that Americans do not want a Biden versus Trump matchup in 2024. These numbers prove that most Americans are unhappy with Biden and Trump alike. Polls showing that 57% of Americans don't want polling shows that 57% of Americans don't want Biden or Trump to run in 2024 and would be open to voting for an independent candidate. Yes, that's right, independent candidate. And that brings us to reason number 2. Independent Americans. If you don't know who that is in the picture, that's Ross Perot, who ran for president in 1992 and 1996 as an independent. This graph, according to Gallup polling and other pollsters, 43% of Americans consider themselves independents. You probably do not know that. But yes, 43% of Americans consider themselves independents. If we're looking at Republicans, 27% of Americans identify as Republican, and 27% of Americans identify as Democrats. It's equal. But 43% independence wins in a landslide. This leads Democrats and Republicans by a whopping 16%. Yet still political campaigns focus very little on the votes of independents who are unhappy with the two-party system. In addition, 80 million Americans chose to stay home and not vote in 2020. Yes, that's right. 80 million Americans did not vote for president in 2020. For many people, the Forward Party in 2020 will be a breath of fresh air, and winning some of these 80 million who didn't vote would be great for a 2024 Yang presidential run. I should also note that the Forward Party is an independent political party that Andrew Yang founded in 2021. He is no longer a Democrat, and he founded this Forward Party. Continuing, it will also increase voter turnout and boost the morale of many Americans who feel that they don't have real, good choices for president that they would be happy to vote for. So the point is, the Forward Party, an independent party, would be a great party to turn out those 80 million Americans that chose to stay home in 2020, that did not vote in 2020. People will be happy with it. Reason number 3, support of universal basic income. According to many pollsters, more than 2/3 of Americans support a UBI of some kind. That is a huge number. If you don't know, Andrew Yang ran his campaign in 2020 on a universal basic income, and it is now, and because of him, it is now extremely popular. 72% of Americans support some form of UBI. Very few American politicians have publicly come out to support UBI. So, Yang, once again, is a voice for Americans who support UBI and feel that they aren't being represented in American government. This, again, as I was talking about earlier, would increase voter turnout in those 80 million that didn't vote. These are reasons why it would be good for the country if Andrew Yang runs from the Forward Party in 2024. He will likely not win, but the point is that he gives Americans a different choice for a president. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.